Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tenant Farmer. My name, as always, is David. I hope you're doing very, very well. You joined us in the hayfield today, where we were busy yesterday. We managed to get everything baled up before it got too damp, or everything that we wanted to bale up at least. And now we're just waiting for it to dry up a little bit this morning, so we can get this little square baler out and do this little block here. There's going to be quite a few bales there, but never mind. I think it'll be good for us to get them done. So we're just clearing the field. We are due a little bit of, I think a little bit of rain later on actually. So what we're going to try and do is get this all baled up and get them back to the farm before then. And we'll see how we get on there. So we're out in the loader tractor, just clearing them up there. I've already put them into two, so it's nice and easy. We're bringing 4 in at a time, and we're just going to stick these down by the shed for now, and then we'll get them loaded up later on when we can. But my main aim today is get the rest of that baled up, to be honest. It's going to be much needed, and as long as we get the hay under cover today, I'll be looking good. Now I made a decision the other day as well, that we're going to, there's one more field of grass that we had in temporary grassland really, that was as part of a rotation for our arable ground. We are going to get that baled up. It's going to go into silage, I imagine. It's not the strongest quality in the world, so we'll have a look at getting that done very soon. But yeah, main aim for today, we're going to wait and see what this rainfall looks like and see how damaging it could be before we make any decisions. But look, the baler's out, the baler's ready to go. It looks delightful on the feet there as well. And we're just going to drop these off here for now, because we just, like I say, it's easier to load them up from here when we need to. So that's exactly what we will do. Let me just turn around. And then we're good. Everything else is looking fantastic though, actually. Really pleased with how we're progressing. What we're going to do as well is have a peek through with our sunglasses. There's a little bit of the, well, you haven't really seen any of our arable ground yet. But we're going to have a little bit of a look at some of that. There is a little forest track that takes us from the field that we're in through to the sunflower field. So we're going to have a bit of a peek through at that one. Let's just shove that one forward a bit there. That's better. And then we'll be able to, yeah, we'll be able to, hopefully, I think that's going to be ready in the next month or so to get going up. Sunflowers is the first time I'm doing it as a bit of a break crop, really. Just to try and improve the quality of some of our soils. And we'll see how that's going. This week we are going to bring in the agronomy team to get some sampling done. So we'll be very interested to see what that looks like and the results that brings back. But yeah, we should see some interesting improvements there. Well, at least I'm hoping to. But what we are going to do is we're just going to stop this about here for now. And let's go and have a little bit of a peek. So all of this woodland here, like I mentioned the other day in the previous episode there, that this is all timber that there's some of this that we're going to be selectively cutting out. Some of it's a bit worse for wear and a bit older, and there's even some dead trees still standing in here. So we're going to fell those. We're going to bring a bit more light onto the floor there. We are going to plant some more trees though at some point. You can see there's a few bits of remains of trees that have already been fallen over there. So that's going to be our first aim, just to get this all looking a little bit better. And we also want to try and diversify and see if we can get a little bit of kindling coming out of this as well. See if we can sell some firewood somewhere. But that's a longer term plan. As you can see right now, there's not a great deal of sunlight that can hit the floor. But we will focus on that at a different time. Down this little track though, gets a little bit overgrown in places, is one of our the kind of gateway through into our arable fields. Really, I take this way more than I do going through the village there, just to be considerate to the residents. But this is something that we had to try and pare back a little bit because it was severely overgrown. But this is our sunflower field, and look at it! Don't they just look magnificent? We have 2 fields of sunflowers here actually. This one and 2 fields over. So we'll be looking to get into this sooner rather than later. I'm just trying to decide whether or not we can actually do it without combine, or if I'm going to have to stump up together a contractor in to help out with this. You can do it with your regular headers. It does tend to want to get a bit wrapped up around the reel though, and sometimes it might be a little bit easier if I can find a contractor who has a specialist header. We might look into that one, but for right now we'll worry about the hay, and then we'll look at this. The grass field is about 20 acres, is over on the other side of this hedge line here, and that's something we'll have to tackle probably next week, I think, at this stage. Yeah, quite a good looking plot there anyway. And what this will probably go into after that may well be winter barley. So we do need to try and get this cleared and get the ground worked over there and tested and everything else before we can get on with that one. But there is the start of the arable fields anyway, so it's always nice to see. Nice to have a little bit of a look around what we're working with. Yeah, I do love this area of the farm. It's absolutely beautiful. Trying to keep it in as much of its natural state as possible. But yeah, we do have to do a little bit of maintenance there and a little bit of trimming back now and again. But anyway, you can see there's a few clouds forming over here, so conditions aren't ideal, but they're not the worst. So we'll see how we get on. Main thing for me to do today is just get these bales cleared and get this hay done. That's all that I need to worry about for today. Try not to trample on the sloths too much. There you go, 2 more there. I think there's another 2 trips or something like that. That might be about right. Anyway, we'll see how we're getting on. Like I say, I don't know if this will be enough hay for us entirely. We'll see as well what comes off of the field that we're going to cut down as well. See if we need to make any more. Probably do a majority of it in silage. Whether or not we'll need that silage remains to be seen. But like I always say, if we are able to make surplus, then that's always good. We can always figure out what we're going to do with that surplus at a different time. But main priority really is to get that wrapped up and stacked up really. And we shall see from there. Big thank you to everyone else who has joined in and watched and commented. Really do love reading through all those comments. It's great to see that so many of you are enjoying this mini little series of mine here and my thoughts and musings as we go through the day. Let me know if you have any other questions down below or like to see any other areas of the farm and how we do things. A few people have commented as well. There's one particular comment around about whether or not we'll be looking at a dribble bar, seeing as splash plates looking to be outlawed at some point in the future. The answer to that is yes. There's a few different grants out there that we can look to apply for as well to help with that one. We missed out on the closing date for the first one, so we didn't get that in time. But in short, yes, we will be looking to capitalize on one of those, and then we just need to probably do it in the next 12 months. We're looking to get some quotes lined up and see how that all comes together for us, really. Okay, we'll just come back a little bit here, drop these 2. Excellent. Fun story, once upon a time there, the overhead power line was knocked down by a contractor here when they were carting bales in. Don't ask me how on earth they got it that high, but they did. And that was knocked out the village really for quite a while. Always fun. Excellent stuff. So yeah, we've just got a couple more trips to make here. And then I am desperately keen to try and get the rest of these bales cleared quickly, because it does seem like it's getting a bit more overcast with every passing minute here. So that is not very good. But yeah, like I say, what we may well do, I think there's 6 bales left. Shouldn't take us too long to do. We'll get these cleared up, and then we can get on to the fun stuff there. Get the old classic baler out. There's going to be a lot of hand stacking because we don't have a bale sledge or anything like that at the moment. We don't have anything that we can use. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to find, I suppose, but the problem is when you do look around at all these different sites and auction sites, yes, you can find them, but are they in good condition? Typically, no. They're always rotted in the back of hedgerows and things, so we'll have to see what we can do about that. But yeah, we'll keep looking for one of those, see if we can find one somewhere. Okay. But what I think it'll be is, I'm hoping there's not going to be much more than a couple hundred bales here, so we should be able to just get through. Well, I should be able to get through them on my own. Just get them off the ground onto a trailer there, so at least they'll not get damp coming through, and then we can just park the trailer in the shed for this evening, and that should be good. But we'll come back and we'll get that last trailer load there as well, and then we'll be good to bring out the Fiat. Well, alright then everybody, the hay is all in. What we're going to do is, once we've got this baling finished, which we're about to go and start with the small baler, the hay is going to go into this section here. What usually happens is the square baler, when we're finished, will be parked in here, and then we'll just start where the straw is as well. We'll line up there and we'll go out with all of the hay. which is going to be great. Not bad little haul there for about half a field. We might make a little bit more. We'll have to see what the forecast looks like as well. The small square bales we're going to go and hit on now aren't for us. We do sell those in the end. The hardest part is yet to come. Sitting in the tractor baling that is very much the easiest bit, because yeah, we're going to have to get out there and stack them up by hand onto a trailer. It's not something I enjoy doing at all. It's a bit back-breaking work, but you know, the rewards can be worth it because the equine industry are willing to pay quite a lot for good hay, we've discovered. So that's something we'll always have to look into, and we'll see how we get on. But otherwise, everything else is looking pretty good. The baler is a John Deere 348. It's in immaculate condition, even if I do say so. We keep it undercover. We've had it for years. This is another bit that my dad had when he had his farm, and we used to borrow it. And then when he was retiring and selling everything up, really, before it went to auction, we took that, and we paid him for it, but we took it. So that was, he jacked up and packed in there in the early 2000s. So we've had it since. Give it a bit of a replacement of a few parts here and there. Other than that, it's pretty much bomb-proof, as they say. So that is always good. I've had a few different small square balers in the past, class Roland, for example, and this John Deere doesn't seem to get bogged up with anything. It's flawless in its efforts. It really is. So it's you know, you can chew through any size of swaths pretty easily. So that's always fantastic. Now let's just get ourselves fired up there. There you are. We're gonna go down a gear and then, alright, let's get ourselves away. We'll see how we get on here. Put it down. And we are off. Sun's coming out and peeking through the clouds right now, so I think we've nailed it in terms of our timing here, which is always good to see. Yeah, otherwise we're just going to crack on and see how it comes along. Otherwise, after this, like I say, we'll get this all stacked up today, and then that might be us done for baling right now, because I want to see what this weather does and see just how bad it is, or if it is bad at all, and then we'll make a call from there. But yeah, it seems to be going okie dokie. Would love to find like a flat 8 grab somewhere if we could get one. Oh, there's our first bale. Let's go and have a look at that. Make sure everything is looking good. Windows open. There is no aircon on this today, so that is my aircon. But let's have a look. See, the bale there looks pretty tight. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Not too heavy at all. That'll do. Wonderful stuff. Square balers. The knotters on the square baler, which are inside there under that cover there, are 99% witchcraft. I am sure of it. But yeah, they seem to be working okay today. Alright, we're good there, and off we go. It is beautiful around here. The birdsong you have around here in this pasture is just fantastic. For the longest time, this was just left abandoned, really, this field there. The grass quality was not very good to start with. We've put a lot of effort into transforming this and restitching in some grass seed and making it into a little bit more of a viable pasture ground. And I think it's really paying off for us now. Really getting a good, strong crop off here. We will also be looking to add in a little bit of farmyard manure and some slurry onto here. And we'll see how we're looking. We're trying to get a delivery of lime in as well, or at least get some quotes, because I have a feeling when we do get the agronomy team here next week that the first thing they're going to say is that some of our fields need to have their pH balance restored. So if that's the case, I want to try and get a price booked in for that right now, really. But we will continue to follow suit on that and see how it looks. But yeah, we are going to just tick through here. Shouldn't take us too long to get this field done, but it'll be a grand day to do it. And then as every time I hear those knotters click and the bale drops out there, that's just more manual labor for me. So it's going to be a busy old afternoon, folks. I hope I hope I'm going to be able to move around tomorrow, that's for sure. Well, all right then. Everything seems to be going well. First pass in and seems to be handling it okay. We're going to just leave it here, and we are going to keep pushing on, see what we can get done. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more if you would like to see more from me. Simulation for the Nation gladly and very kindly hosts everything. So if you want to see more of my updates, please do drop a comment down below there, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then, I have been David. I hope you have enjoyed. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll catch you next time.